Buongiorno a tutti, ben ritrovati. Purtroppo non è stato possibile fare la diretta Instagram con Koyal Raheja, che è qui con noi sullo schermo. E noi comunque abbiamo voluto fare questo video perché ci teniamo particolarmente. Koyal è un artista con la quale noi abbiamo inaugurato la prima nostra mostra alla casa Galleria Accaventiquattro, per cui manderemo questo video screenshot della call che dovevamo fare live in diretta Instagram, ma invece stiamo facendo ora con WhatsApp. E io chiamo come sempre dalla casa Galleria H24 da Prato, mentre Koyal Raheja si trova a Bangalore. Quindi diamo il benvenuto a Koyal. Ciao Koyal, how are you?
Ciao, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Maybe it could be better, but I don't know. This is I think the sixth or seventh try we are doing to make this video call.
Yes, it's very difficult to make a video call for us, apparently.
Yes. Maybe we are too far. Maybe we are too far. But anyway, we are here. So, from where do we start? We start talking about what's happening there in India because of the virus. If there are the situation, how it is,
Yeah,
just to give some information to the Italian people too.
yeah. So the situation has deteriorated quite a lot because the number of cases have increased. And earlier there were the testing wasn't as appropriate as it could have been. So now we know how many cases are increasing. Um, and in India, it wasn't a complete lockdown like the way it is in Italy, for example. But on Sunday, we have something, like I said earlier, called the Janta curfew. And that Janta basically means person, and curfew is basically for the people, by the people. So no one is allowed to go outside of their house on Sunday. And I think that's the first attempt of the government to sort of have a lockdown, and then they'll take further steps accordingly. So yeah, that's our situation in India right now.
Yeah, it's a bad situation. You have to know that, for example, me, I'm in the house since 2 weeks. So now
Yeah,
the situation is like that in Italy, and I just went out just for the supermarket, just for food, not at all for friends.
yeah,
But we are still in
yeah,
contact with friends, with Instagram, with all the technologies we have. That's
yeah,
also what we are doing now. No, also
yeah,
the project of the home gallery is to be inside, to be in touch with the artists. And you are now in
yeah.
Bangalore, that is on the south of India.
Yes, Bangalore's in the south of India. It's in a city called Karnataka, and it's at the bottom, basically, of the map.
Okay. And from what we start? We start talking about how we met. Was in
Yeah.
Firenze, was in Saci, the school you were doing.
Yes. So 2 years ago, I was doing my master's MFA in studio art at Sachi, and we had like a thing called Open Studios every semester where all of us would put up our work and anyone could come see it, and that's where I first met you and Fiametta.
Yes, was very wonderful because Sashi is a master appunto of 2 years on fine art and with international
Yeah,
artists. And we went there because an open studios, just because of curiosity. And we met Koyal,
yeah,
we met George Alexander and Victoria Hodge that they made a show with us on the last year, and was very beautiful condition for us to be in touch with some international artists.
yeah,
It's something that don't happen so frequently.
often. Yeah,
Yeah. And then we met you, and after a while we have done the studio visit, and then we proposed you to be with us in the show here in the gallery. Was bringing to
yeah,
play the
that's how.
first show we make in the gallery. And do you want to talk with us about bring it to play?
Yeah, sure. So Bring Into Play was in collaboration with another artist called Arte, who's from Albania. And we basically worked with the idea of our childhood memory of games. And the work that I worked with was based on a game which was called Yan Chopar in earlier times, but in modern times now it's called Snakes and Ladders. And essentially, the idea of Snakes and Ladders is what I find curious about the game is that it's not so much based on your mind, but it's based on luck. And I found that quite interesting. So I worked with two players in each board, and in a way, it was testing your own fate or your own luck for the journey. And there were inscriptions on the board, basically, which narrated a poem along the same lines by a Sufi poet called Kabir. And there were 7 artworks, and I used a technique which I learned in Italy,
We still have.
which is called, yes, that's the work.
This is one of the 7 boards of the 7 drawings you make. Drawings. I don't know. Is it correct to call drawings?
I guess, yeah, I guess I could call them drawings because there are 3, each work has 3 layers and they're inscribed in a way, so I guess they're in between drawing and painting.
Sorry, yeah.
But yeah, that was the work that I created for the show, Bring In Play, in 2017. Yeah.
It was, I think, the best way to open our activity, having you and Arbor, of course. And
Yeah.
in Bring It to Play, there is this very important things that I think is one of the main theme of your research, artistic research. I mean, also the traditions, in part also the religion in India, that something that is very important and something that maybe are in conflict with the development, the economical development
Yeah.
of India.
Yeah, that's true. Like the games are almost forgotten, the local traditional games that are played. And even if they exist in a more contemporary manner. So simple things like games could have been played with stones and that represented each person. Now we have like a plastic object that sort of is the same, works as the form for the object. And so that's quite an interesting transition because the concept of the game remains the same, but then the material changes over time. And like the localness of the game itself disappears in a way, or even the name changed for that matter. So yeah, you're right. Like a lot of the work has to do with how it's changed over time.
And this is also
Yeah.
something that is a focus of your research that is always with you. I mean, also the things, the works you're doing now,
Yeah.
it is related to something that happened or happened also to you personally when you were kids, when you were at school.
Yeah. That's true. I could show you some of the work
Yeah, of course.
probably that I'm doing right now. And most of it is about the body and gesture of the body, mostly within 2 frameworks. One is the concept of a school and one is the concept of a factory. And the body basically takes on different gestures. So, for instance, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for instance, this is one of the gestures that the body takes, and that's the gesture of the protesters in the factory. And then there's also this, which is a sign of resilience, like where the factory worker is protesting. And then another example is these figures here.
Yeah.
In India, we have when we have school, we have an assembly line early in the morning, and the reason we have that assembly line is either to do a prayer or is for the teacher to give us like information on what's going to happen in the current week.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was almost like measuring your body with another. So the teacher would say 1 arm distance. So here, this body is measurement in relation to this body.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the body as a measure, like as a measurement. So that's another work. And then
The biggest one.
probably
The biggest one are you doing on the tripod? Is a crowd.
Yeah, this one's actually like a little older work. And my figures sort of changed. Like this was talking more about the disintegration of the body in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So there are many figures in this work, but they don't necessarily look like figures. So this is one of the explorations that I've done in the recent past.
Yeah. I remember. Maybe you were working when you started working when you were here in Firenze.
Yes.
In a way, not exactly that one, but in a way, this is something that started in Firenze.
My formal research started in Firenze, and now it's sort of taken another toll. And so I have a few more drawings like this, practicing different gestures. So this one is the same concept of measurement, but you use both your arms instead of one arm. So like each body measures compared to each other. And then within this, you also have the protesters.
Okay, so it's maybe do you have others? Sorry.
I can show you briefly. This is another one. And then last one is this is the punished body. Like when we were in school, for instance, we would have to bend over, and then they would cane us with a cane. They would hit you.
Mm-hmm.
So this gesture is a punishment.
Those kind of things. Sorry.
Sorry.
Those kind
Those
of.
are the themes that I'm working with.
Okay. Allora, first of all, congratulations because of the drawings. Secondly, because of the house, because it's wonderful.
Thank you.
It's really nice. It's really nice. And so, how the protests are related to this kind of traditional bodies and gestures that you were doing in the school? I mean, which is the link between the connection between the protest and the
Right.
sorry?
So essentially, I'm looking at Foucault's theory of, in a way, heterotopias, but he has a book called Discipline and Punishment, which Pietro actually suggested to me. And the book sort of talks about how factories, schools, and prisons treat the bodies in the same way, and the bodies are flexible in a way, they're docile, and then they become disciplined. So a lot of reasons contribute to how we are disciplined. When we were children, we were disciplined, like, come to this assembly line, do this, and then you need to, like, even handwriting, for instance, we would have to follow the line of the format that they gave us. So it's disciplining us in a way. And similarly, factories have assembly lines as well. So I'm looking at the juxtaposition of the two figures that exist within both these contexts. One is the disciplined body and one is the protesting body. Because both of these exist in that same context and in that same format. Again, that ties up to what I did with the work at the gallery, the home gallery, because all the script that's written on those boards are something that we were made to memorize as kids, like keep following that handwriting again and again and again to like make sure you remember that handwriting. And um, so that was a part of the memory, the early childhood memory that I have, and so that translated into the game as well. So yeah, that's how these works are related in a way, like
yeah. Of course it is. And believe me, for us, maybe it's very hard to understand also the things. The bodies, the assembly line, as you were saying, because when we were kids, we didn't have nothing like that. We were not so well disciplined. Yes,
yeah, that's true.
the only things I remember we were doing it was when the professor entered inside the class, everybody stand up and greet the professor, but not
Right.
something. There is no moment of praying together, no moment together with the old school. With the class, yeah, of
Yeah.
course, everything, but with the whole school. No, so it's something that for us it's really new in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, and also like for us, we had within the whole school, we had different uniforms. So there were 4 different houses, like one was yellow, one was red, one was blue, and one was green. And so each of these uniforms also was a way to categorize the body and to sort of treat the body as information almost. Like this person is this color or this house. So there was a lot of categorization. There were many different kinds of assembly lines that sort of existed and that we fit into and followed.
I don't want to think about how long time did you spend to create an assembly line, because it seems something very rational, very very difficult to do.
Yeah, it is difficult, which is why I find this very interesting to contain the human body to almost like a tool, and the body becomes a tool.
Yeah.
So I'm quite interested in this research right now. Yeah.
Okay. No, and this is very interesting. Also because make us to better understand a culture that is far away from Italy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there in India, the contemporary art is something that is becoming since maybe 10 years, maybe more, something
Yeah.
that is the normality too there in India. Is it
Yeah.
is there a big offer about contemporary art? Art galleries. Museums. Maybe I don't know. The whole India is very big area, so maybe if you know that something is happening around you, around Bangalore.
Yeah, I think the contemporary art scene has grown quite a lot. Actually, even ever since I came back home, from when I left to now, it's definitely grown. And the art market's expanded in a way. There are a lot more residencies. There are a lot more galleries that have come up, and also I feel like what's interesting now is that like a lot of people are looking at art in an expanded field where they're sort of working with more multiple kinds of art. So like art multiples where it's more like magazines. They're working with zines or books where you're placing your artwork not necessarily in a traditional white cube gallery, but like you're placing your artwork in another economy. And that's been something that has been happening quite often in Bangalore. Like they've had a lot of zine workshops for different artists to come into like a studio called One Shanti Road, for example. So I definitely think it's growing, and I think that there's a lot of scope in the future for it as well.
You do. You're playing.
Yeah.
You're playing you're doing something with a publishing house, books.
Yeah, so yeah, that's actually why I feel like I also think it's growing, because I've been working at a place called Reliable Copy, and I've been working on one research project there, and apart from that, I'm the coordinator of the space, and we basically publish artist books, and we have different artists come down ever so often, and like the books are more or less about their practice.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that's another way, like I said, to place an art object in a different economy. So it's interesting. Like I've learned a lot from that place, and I think it's quite interesting for me to take that further in my own practice as well.
Yeah, as I can hear from you, I think there is a very interesting scene of contemporary art there in India.
Yeah, there is. It's definitely growing, and it's quite fertile right now. So.
Okay, sounds very, very, very good. And allora, I will thank you about that. I'm sorry because of the live on Instagram that we didn't have the possibility to make, but this is
That's
also the beauty of the direct. You never happen what's happening, no? You never know what's
yeah.
happening. You never know what's happening. So before closing this video call, I want to ask you if there is an exhibition that, in particular, you found very interesting and maybe changed your life.
Yes, there was actually an exhibition that I fondly remember, and it was the Documenta Putin. When I went to Germany, there was an artist called Irena Heider, and
Mhm.
she had multiple works there. But there was one work called Waiting Room, which I found really interesting, and it was basically a dark space, and there was a space behind the dark space, and people would have to go. They had to wait to go into the sound piece, into the room that had the sound piece, and a lot of her work was also describing how a lot of corporate institutions do have that concept of waiting, and in a way the artwork was questioning what exactly are we waiting for, um, and especially in darkness where things become more tactile, where you can touch things. The interview between the two people, that like they switched roles. The first person asked questions and the second person asked questions, so like there was an equality in that dark space.
Okay.
And I think that was a very interesting idea. So yeah.
Can you repeat the name of the artist, please?
Irena Heider. She's from Serbia.
Okay, thank you. And another question we're making to all the artists we are interviewing is there is a song you want to suggest to us?
Yes. There is a song called Swimmers by 07. I really like that.
I have to write. Sorry. Can you repeat?
It's okay. It's called Swimmers, SWIMMERS,
Mm-hmm.
by 07.
Okay, perfect. So we will share with our follower in Instagram.
Yes.
And
Of course.
and at the end, the first work I saw from Koyal. This is something that was in the Open Studios. I remember it
Yes.
was in the Open Studios. It's something that really impressed me a lot. Mi fiammetta. Allora, Koyal, thank you very much. Why?
Thank you.
I'm asking you another thing. Why
No.
can you? Is it possible to show us the street? Because I saw you have like a terrace. You are like in a terrace.
Yeah, I mean, I can't show you, but the street is kind of far away from me right now.
Ah, okay.
But
Wow,
I
this
guess
is
this is the
wonderful place.
this is the, I mean, not street, but this is the place.
Okay, I have to turn my head. Wait, wait. Ok. Ok. Ah, pure la maca. Wow, great. Attention, because if you still have spaces, free space, I can make a gallery in your home.
Another one. Do it.
Okay, Koyal, thank you very, very much. I was so happy to see you again, to talking with you again. It's always a pleasure.
Too.
And
Yeah. Me too.
thank you.
Thank you. See you soon.
Ciao, Koyal. Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao, Filippo.
Ciao.
Ciao.